Yeah.
So your name is?
Jen.
Okay, and we are at Maple Soul
In Rochester.
in Rochester. What is the story behind the name?
So the restaurant itself is a little bit of our history, our personal family history, which takes us from New England to North Carolina. We lived down there for about 5 years before we came back to New England, back home to raise our family.
Sure. And you guys do a lot of local sourcing. Not completely, but as much as you can.
Everything may not be from Vermont. Like, we don't have a lot of tuna farms, or nobody does. And the lack of the ocean, but in some way, Vermont touches every one of our plates through the different farms that provide us with different ingredients. Super fresh local, be it eggs or cornmeal from Nitty Gritty, or John and Melissa at Clearfield Farm, who will be growing all of our potatoes for the next year.
Yeah. Chef Jim, can you tell me the story about Olivia and Maple Soul?
So Maple Soul wouldn't have happened without Olivia.
Okay. What year is it? Let's set the scene here.
This is 2018.
2018. Okay.
And I'm walking around the farmer's market here on a Friday afternoon, and the owner of the building walks up to me and taps me on the shoulder and says, "Hey, I heard you're the guy to talk to about opening a restaurant." To which I proceeded to immediately laugh in his face, like, "You're nuts. There's no way. That ain't happening, right? I know better."
Yeah.
Right? So we start talking. We go away on a vacation with some family, and while we're there, it just kept kind of like going through the mill, like, constantly. It's over and over, and it keeps coming up. So we decided we're going to give this a run.
Okay.
So we get home, and I said to Jen, "There's only one way I'll do it, and that's if Olivia's on board."
No pressure.
And Jen goes, "What? Why?" And I was like, "Trust me, it's the only way we can do this."
Okay.
So we got home, I called Olivia, I left her a message, "You gotta call me." So she's freaking out, like, what's going on, who's dead? And I said, "I have an idea. I want to open a restaurant, and I want to break all the preconceptions of how local you can make everything and still have people be there." She goes, "Well, I don't know. I've kind of been out of it. I'm just not sure I want to get back into it, but Zach and I have talked, and I said, it'd be kind of cool to get back into it. But like, I don't know." And I said, "Well, just let me know." She goes, "Well, when do you need to know?" I said, "Sooner than later."
Okay.
And she goes, "All right, fine." And I think it was maybe 20 minutes later, the phone rang. She's like, "I'm in, let's do it." So, so Olivia is going on 7 years here.
There is
which is unheard of in this business.
Yeah, it is unheard of. Congrats on 7 years. There's a part of the story that you told me Olivia said something about, asked you the question of if she doesn't join. Can you tell me?
Oh yeah, she said, "Well, what if I say no?" And I said, "Well, then it doesn't happen. I'm out. If you're out, I'm out." And she's like, "What?" And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm out." And then, so no pressure, not to guilt her into it.
A little bit.
7 years and 2 kiddos later, Olivia's here.
She's still with us.
Yeah, we can't get rid of her.
Wonderful. That's a very sweet story. Thank you for sharing that. Someone who's never been here before, what they can expect coming into Maple Soul?
We hope that when you get here, you can expect to feel like you're coming home for one of the best meals that you've ever come home for. Hopefully a little bit more elevated than what you're going to find at home. But who knows what mom's cooking. But we'll try our best. And great local experience.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a cozy spot. I know you put a lot of love into the work here. And you have a great front of house team and back of house team too. So thank you guys for having us here. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Cheers.